Jews, but they're not. But they're the synagogue of Satan. Synagogue is chief house.
Right.
So who can you identify that? Can you identify the fake Jews? Because according to this, it's talking about there's an imposter people that's calling them Jews, themselves Jews, but they're not.
Sounds like identity theft going on.
Because this is red letter, right?
Yeah,
it's red letter.
Okay, so that came from you believe in the Messiah, right? So he'd be lying if he's saying this. So that means it has to be true. There has to be a set of people that are calling themselves Jews, but they're not, right? Okay. That's a good one, right? Now, who's salvation for?
Say that again?
Who's salvation? Y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all are preaching the gospel, right?
Yeah.
So y'all believe in the ultimate aspect of the gospel is to receive everlasting life, correct? Mm-hmm. Or everlasting salvation, right?
But yeah, what does salvation mean according to the scripture?
Yeah.
Being saved.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Being saved. Okay.
That's good.
So let's first get who salvation is for, according to the scriptures. You know, I mean, we like to talk. This is, let's talk about the Bible.
Yep.
This is we preach the gospel out here every weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're doing what y'all's intent is to do as well, right?
So I'm gonna start here. This is Matthew 1. I'm gonna start at the 20th verse. It says, "But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Ghost. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins."
Who's his people?
Anyone follows?
Okay, go to Luke. Let's see if that's clarified, right? Okay, you're saying it's anybody who follows me. That is, by definition, that is correct. Okay, now we're going to see if they're going to identify within that group of people that's going to believe on him who that's going to come out from. That's correct. I like that.
According to Isaiah chapter 28, in order to get understanding of the scriptures, you must go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little.
Yeah.
So it might seem like we jumping all over the book, but we doing precept upon precept so we can get the understanding of what he just read. So he's going to find a precept that's going to clarify who his people are according to the Bible.
What you want? Luke 1 and 69?
This is This is Luke 1 and 69. It says, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel."
Of who?
Of Israel.
Okay.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Wait, so why is in this prayer he's saying, blessed be the God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people? What is there two different sets of people that's his, or is his people the people of Israel?
It says people of Israel there, I believe, because that's where it originated.
No, but Israel was a people before a place.
Yeah.
The Israelites, the 12 sons of Jacob were actually born in Padan Aram, Syria. They weren't even born in what is now the land of Israel. They were born in Padan Aram, Syria. So the people of Israel were Israel before they even lived in the land. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you can't base things. You're not who you are based on where you live.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Verse 70, "And he spake as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us."
That we should be what?
Saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us.
Yeah, so according to this, in order to be saved, you have to be saved, one, for your sins, which the brother already brought out in Matthew. And then the other aspect of also being saved is being delivered from the hands of your enemies and all those that hate your people, his people.
His people.
Yeah. Because when you go through the Bible, going from Old Testament even into the New Testament, it follows in Chronicles the people of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And what you notice from Old to New is that the people of Israel are consistently under persecution. That's literally like the subtext of the scriptures is about God's relationship with his people Israel, even all the way into the New Testament. Now, y'all believe in the New Testament, the New Covenant, right? The New Covenant. Now, who's the New Covenant for? Now, you've said whoever believes. What do y'all? What is y'all's response?
I'm thinking semi.
Okay, so let's get Hebrews 8 and 8.
This is Hebrews 8.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Where's everybody else at?
No.
It says he's going to make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. There's nobody else
covenant
in it.
with his people,
Like
like what we read in.
Now we're reading
Matthew.
from the New Testament. We're not reading from the Old. This is what's said in the New. Now, let's go to keep going on it.
not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
So who's he talking about? He's talking about the people of Israel that he led out of Egypt, right? But he said this is what?
A new covenant. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord.
What kind of covenant is going to be?
I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people.
So he's still making the covenant. It's just like you have it's just like you have an agreement with your father that you're going to inherit something, right? So if I'm pretty sure, us three, we have our fathers. Both our parents are married. They have talked to us, probably each of us, at one point about what they want us to inherit if they happen to pass and things like that. Same thing with your parents or your grandparents. They have what's called a will and testament, right? So in the will and testament, it has that you're going to get this upon this particular things happening. And then sometimes there's certain conditions. You might have, you have to graduate college in order to inherit this particular money I have saved for you. So you have certain triggers in there. In this particular one, according to the gospel, the trigger in order to receive the agreement of the new covenant, which is to have the laws written on your heart, meaning to never ever transgress.
Right. That's just like how your heart beats automatically, involuntary. That's how the children of God gonna do His statutes, laws, and commandments.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to sin. They're gonna basically just do it naturally.
Right.
That was the new difference from the old covenant to the new covenant.
Yeah. Now I'm pretty sure y'all know, according to the Bible, the children of Israel had an agreement in Mount Sinai that they would keep the old covenant, and if they broke it, they would go under curses. Do you happen to know any examples of curses that would befall the children of Israel if they didn't keep the curses? Mind you, this is the law that they had to keep, not other nations. Right? Do you have any? You're not aware of that? They don't teach that at your church?
Not really taught that part.
Okay.
So y'all don't teach, they're not teaching y'all anything in the Old Testament?
No, we are taught in the Old Testament. I just don't remember ever being taught about it. I know they were supposed to keep the Old Covenant, but we're not aware of it. Did you know that part?
Yes.
No. You said you want to know some of the curses, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to go there and show you some of the stuff, because when you read in the Old Testament, I think we could probably summarize what y'all probably read. What would happen to the children of Israel when they started worshiping idols? What usually happened to them?
Bad thing.
What? Give me like what?
Slavery, with other countries taking.
Yeah.
Then cometh Eve with Satan.
So it's a seed. Here comes Satan.
Man.
You see?
Can see?
Put the camera on this, bro.
Bruh.
Look at Satan.
You see? You saw what happened? We were just talking with some kids. We now, mind you, we didn't know. They might be. Yeah, they might have been. One of them might have been one of our people.
We talking about the Bible.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
We discussing the Bible.
It wasn't. Well, y'all see it on the camera. We were discussing with these brothers, and there was no kind of
And they was interested
Angry
asking what was the curse.
confrontation. They asked the question. And
Yep.
we're about to get the scripture in Deuteronomy 28:15 and start with the curses.
Now she
And
telling
then-
on them. She done
and
called
then
telling on them.
Here come Jezebel
Yep.
come through here and totally dismantled the whole process of delivering the gospel.
I'm telling you, man.
That's wickedness right there, bro.
She don't
That-
even
The
know.
non-believing, listen, the non-believing so-called black woman is a main focal point, primary number one stand-up enemy against the Most High.
Wow.
That goes back into the garden, bro.
This lady actually came up here totally disturbed, actually a very edifying comments because these dudes was asking questions.
They weren't taught certain things.
Yeah,
right.
They even said it themselves, and they wanted to know more. We wasn't cursing them out and telling them you're going to whatever, we're going into slavery, you know.
Y'all saw the discourse. We were going back and forth. The brother was asking questions. We bring the scriptures out, and they standing there listening. Man.
Wow.
That's horrible.
She was
bro.
able to tell them. You see,
Look,
About
you know what?
six little white boys, and she's one black woman.
And
And ain't said a word to us three brothers. She ain't said a word to us.
And just came in there and said, "You don't need to be listening to this soft tone."
It's the Bible. We read not the Bible.
Wicked, bro. That was wicked. That was a wicked thing.
And
Right
then she goes in here and finna go cook. She's a cook over there, so I don't even know how she affiliated, even know this.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like they out here from another city, like,
Yeah.
and she went in there cooking. She a cook over there. I know not to go eat over there.
Well, hey, if any one of them was,
But that type of thing happening proves a lot of stuff
I should have stopped them and gave one of them a call.
that proves a lot of stuff that we've been saying, man, is that a lot of our women, they are down with this society, man. The ones
Yeah.
that don't believe. It's just
Yeah.
keep it real, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no
It
time to sugarcoat stuff anymore, man. I
Nah.
done seen it my own self, man. There's nothing higher than the wickedness of a woman, bro.
That's right.
Bruh.
And that's in the scriptures, man.
that lady right there just took 7 bodies and told them to get down the road, and they walked down the road.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And like we say, this is the gospel. We ain't looking at the outer shell of a person. Them dudes was actually standing there and listening.
Yeah,
to
they
this.
were engaged. Because see, some of the stuff that we were telling them, they could go back and ask their what's it called, and they
Right.
say, well, look, you're lying because them guys showed us,
Yep.
something in
Right.
this showing that that's not what it's talking about. They need to know, man. Everybody needs to know
Yep.
that that this stuff is what they're learning. Because look, they're trying to. They're, in their minds, they're going down a path of receiving salvation. That's why that was one of the first things
The
we
rest
asked.
of their group just wandering around. Look on the other side of the street.
They could have came over here and got
She
this.
straight ran them dudes off for like just for no reason.
And that lady had no affiliation with the
None.
man.
All she saw, because see, the thing about it is, the men of our nation are viewed as enemies to these women, man. To these women that don't believe, bro, we are enemies, man.
Yep.
I tell other brothers out there,
I guarantee she probably went down there and said
Oh, she got on the phone. She was calling somebody right there.
and she probably got hold to Main Street, and Main Street probably put
oh, they gonna curse her out.
yeah, they go.
When she walk down the street and she look at them funny, they gonna curse her a whole new name.
Yeah.
They gonna put a whole new name on her.
Hey man, that's upsetting right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's really upsetting, because man, the cats was actually over here listening, man.
Y'all want to go ahead and open it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh the Father, to our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to you brothers and sisters waiting on the deliverance of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. But hey man, just another example of how the men of Israel are given a charge to do this work, man, and those who are subservient should never be set upon above the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Because that woman right there,
She was out of order.
totally out of order, man. And that's what Paul was talking about. I should not have a woman of authority over a man.
Yeah.
And then, because if you do allow that to happen, man, you're gonna have disorder in every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
You can get the revelations with Jezebel, the church, following, and what would happen if when you do fall into that belief that you can be like what those guys did. Because if those are if those were what do you call it? People from like Middle East or whatever.
Right.
They were raised up in that particular patriarchal structure. They would have listened to her. Because in Babylon, they've been conditioned to just listen to any random strange woman.
Right.
With the intention that they have the best interest for you. What she did was not in their best interest. You know what I'm saying? Because if they were, we're supposed to talk to those that are willing to hear. If someone stops and we're discoursing with them, we have to have the assumption that we may be talking to the hopeful elect.
Right.
We didn't judge by outward appearance. We just wanted to show them, and then if one of them started, or a few of them started saying, you know what, man, some of the stuff that you're saying is right. Mm-hmm. I want to know more.
Yeah, because you could see on the faces of, I know that one dude right there, he was locked in.
Yeah.
He was just totally grasping the stuff, and then the one other dude that was the main speaker, he's like, well, I ain't, they never taught us that.
Yeah.
These dudes are coming up. And like brother said, man, they could have been talking to some of the hopeful elect.
Yeah, because we had a train. I could see the train of thought of where we probably would have ended up going after that particular precept that we're in. We could have easily hit, we could have confirmed to them that the New Testament, New Covenant was from Israel.
Right.
But then we could have showed them how that would fit in through belief in Yahawashi.
Right.
And we could have hit those key points and the household of faith, and then we could have said anybody that truly believes in these particular core values and the name that believes in these particular things, that's the household of faith, the same as the children of Abraham. We could have went to there. We couldn't even go that route.
Right.
We couldn't even go that route because the
Satan came through.
Yeah.
Because the androgynous demon walked into the midst.
Because the belief is that we have nothing to give. This is a disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. The men of Israel are, especially Judah, is a face of being disrespected, man.
Right.
That's the number one. So to her, there's no reason to respect us at all as men because we're not men in her eyes. Mm-hmm. We don't have no message or anything good to offer. You niggas is no good.
Yeah, basically.
That's how
they view it, bro. This is Revelations 2:18. And it says, and unto the angel of the church of Thyatira write these things, saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet like fine brass. I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou servest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And that's what happens, man, when you allow the order of the Most High to go contrary to what he's putting a woman over. Hey, man, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
What, something fell?
It looked like it got on you, but it didn't touch me.
What is it? Dude was probably up there throwing something out that window.
Oh, the window's open?
Yeah, there you go, right there.
You see him?
Bro, y'all ain't throwing nothing out the window, huh? Alright. Oh, this little ass pinky.
What y'all doing?
Preaching the Bible, man. You want to listen?
Yeah, we're good.
Come on down. Where's that, Jake?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when you read that part, so what does Jezebel do? Seduce what?
Yeah, verse 20. It says, notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest.
Yeah, read the part where she seduces them to do what?
Oh, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols.
Now, when you now peep this, when you look at when you look at a structure of a woman that rules over the household or rules over the communities, right? One of the things you'll notice is there's two things that's very pervasive in what they push. They push alternative lifestyles on their children, and they push heavy idolatry.
Yeah.
It's the modus operandi of a rebellious woman.
It's the MO. Yeah.
It's to basically push those things. That's why when we saw them two. In fact, I thought the other one was to do that first.
Yeah. Yeah,
because I waved because she had made eye contact with me.
Because she had that cut. It looked like a chummy dude.
Yeah, on the side eye.
Yeah.
In my periphery, it looked like a dude, but
because when he said
examination.
Because when he said it, then I just kind of looked up. I said, "Hey, what's up, man?" And I was like,
yeah.
It's like, oh wow.
But who pushes that? It's a Jezebel woman, man.
Right.
Which would start with with our woman, the most rebellious, man.
Right. and sacrifice unto idols.
All right, bro.
What he say? He coming?
Your daddy said no.
Because see now they talking about sacrificing unto idols. Look what the woman pushes, man. We try to tell people to come to the law, statutes, and commandments. They talk about Christmas, Easter, and all this other madness, man. Come on to the house and get the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yep. That's the channel in which Satan uses to push those things.
Amen. Preach those words, brother. Come on.
That's right.
Stay strong.
That's right. Because think about it, Doc. Jake Man, in a picture of him, Jake Man is not, at least the first part. Right. The fornication piece ain't going to be like, here it is, a bunch of Jake Men in the community be like, hey, I need y'all to cause rules, I need y'all to do this and that.
Right.
You know, I'm okay with you doing, they're not going to, but a woman, when she's ruling in this particular society where we're in captivity,
right,
they're going to push all that. And that's what a Jezebel would push.
You can see that, man, in a lot of our families, man, where you see you may have an aunt that's ruling over the uncle, dude working hard or whatever, made a mistake, and then fall on hard times. What happens, man? That's right. That's how they. Hey.
Yeah.
Bro, I done been around a little bit, man. I done been in a position where I done had someone, when I lost my job, and the woman I was with, hey, man, I was like a,
even when I was coming quick when that money came there.
When that money stopped, bro, it changes, man.
I told my mom, man, my mom always try to, I'm like, listen, I told her, I said, listen, I said, if my paper ain't right, they said, me, talking about getting married. I said, listen, I done seen how you reacted with my old man.
Right.
He fell on hard times.
No problem.
I done seen it, man.
I listened to college like 2 weeks ago. I like that.
All right.
My minor in college was religion and culture.
Okay.
I couldn't decide what my religion was. There's so much shit I've heard all my life, right?
Oh, okay.
What are you, Puerto Rican?
I was born in Montego, Sicily.
Oh, in Sicily. Oh, okay.
I'm
Sicilian.
Sicilian.
Oh, okay.
Not Italian.
Sicilian. Yeah. So the southern part. You
Can I
understand?
have y'all drink?
No,
we good, man.
good.
Can I have y'all hit?
No.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Can I have y'all soda, anything?
No.
We good, man. Appreciate it, bro.
We just got
hungry?
pushing. No.
We appreciate it, though,
Look, I'll be out and about, so if y'all get hungry, thirsty, whatever, you let me know.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, we talking about the gospel.
If you get hungry or thirsty, come check us out. We got some.
I got that already.
Come on back.
My pocket. I got the pocket side.
All right.
This Luke chapter 8, verse 11. Now the parable is this. This was Yahawashi was talking about the parable of the seed. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
The seed is the word of God. Those by the wayside are they that hear. Then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should be believed and saved. Now that's just what the woman just did.
Yep.
We were just giving the word to them young guys that were just here, and then here she comes up and take it away from them,
like
and sends them on.
Like poison.
Yeah, she came up and told them they don't need to listen to this, and send them on their way.
What are you talking about?
That's right.
Yeah.
Love you, bro.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
And right when they was receiving that good stuff, man.
Devil came and took it away.
Satan just said,
Hey, take
"Give
it
me
away.
that. Go see those brothers over there. They don't know nothing. They're gonna be speaking hate speak.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing. It ain't Joel Osteen. They don't know nothing.
Right.
Them niggas don't know nothing. That's the Satan came in her ear.
Satan came in her ear, man. Satan came in her ear and told her that, bro.
Save your master, keep it.
Yeah.
Hey boy, that's some wicked stuff, bro.
Man, that was, bro. We was speaking.
That don't happen too often.
bro.
Being on a block where somebody else come up and tell a group of people.
Bro, that was a slither, bro.
Yeah.
She came up silent, like a snake, bro. That was
you could
like a
barely
snake.
hear what she was saying.
That was like a snake. She came up,
You
bro.
could barely hear what she was telling.
Yeah,
She did that, right? She looking out for them, but she looking out for her son or her kids. I guarantee if you look up, probably her children and grandchildren, they jacked up.
oh yeah, right. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Because it's obvious she over there probably dominating the household, probably no man in there more than likely, and then got her kids just running rampant.
Yep.
And then when they get older, they gonna push her down and be cursing her out. Because man, you
They might
can't
come back.
Man, that stuff is ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out how she affiliated with him though.
No, man, that was the Aunt Jemima. That was the mammy spirit.
Uh-huh.
That was the mammy spirit
That's what it was.
from the plantation days.
Because
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
obvious
That's
they
what
from
it
another
was.
state. They
'Cause
state the shirt say Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Houston, yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, this is the thing. The so-called, like basically, this is the understanding. They know that the so-called that doesn't believe in this is going to look out for the best interest of the masses.
Yeah.
So when they heard that, they knew she was on code with Edomite supremacy. And she was letting them know you off code right now.
Right.
You did. That's really what that was. That's why they believe her. Because they know that there's no way she's not going to look out for their best interests.
Hey, boy, shoot, man.
They know that intrinsically, in the back of their mind, they know there's no way she would tell, she would tell me something that's not good for her. It's that Oprah Winfrey mammy spirit.
That's right.
That's on point right there. That's straight on point.
What it
that's,
was.
oh, that's the group of, I guess that's the female group.
Yeah, that's a female group. Yeah. They know that she's an ally. And
Man, I like, man, I would like to see another group of them cats come through
I'm
here,
telling
man.
you.
Bro, that could have been a real edifying piece, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's always good to get them
It's been
interactions.
edifying for a minute. There probably would have been some cutting going on.
Yeah.
But still, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Never
'cause
know.
Even if
We still might have sowed the seed. You know what I'm
in
saying?
the midst of those 7, if 5 of them would have been
Yeah.
like, "Hey, man, this ain't for me," 2 of them walk away and be like,
We still might have
Hey,
sowed the
man.
seed. They
Yeah,
might
I'ma
see
say I got
us
more
for it. They
questions.
might
"I
go
got
look
some
it
more
up on
questions,
YouTube.
man, because I need to go over here and ask Pastor about this."
Yep.
See?
Because really that's what we wanted to do, is to show them that this is the truth.
When they
And then when they go back to their church group, and I'm like, we
hear
could've-
pastor talking about the new covenant is for everybody.
Yep.
Wait a minute, hold on. I just read the scripture. I just heard the scripture. The new covenant is only for Israel.
Yeah.
And there's easy ways for us to destroy the Gentiles piece.
Right.
They ask that question.
Right.
We have some quick switches that we can go to to annihilate it that always work.
That's what we need to get on in today.
Like the vine.
With
Romans
Romans 11.
Yeah.
So Romans 11.
Man, I hate when that happens. That's rare that someone is able to tell a group of people to just leave.
And they do it. And they do it. I don't know if that Wisconsin thing is something that if they are from that place.
Yeah.
Because it says Wisconsin of Houston.
Oh, that what it said?
Yeah. So I think they might not even be from this area or something. And she was able to just tell.
Nah, bro, that was that mammy stuff, bro. She didn't know them from Adam.
I don't think
Yeah.
so either.
She didn't know them from Adam. That lady walked down, came off the bus.
No, I'm saying to the point to where they adhered to what that lady was saying and left. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
What do you mean?
like if somebody come over here and tell me something, that's it.
Oh, I see what you're coming from.
Yeah.
Meaning that they're not from here.
Yeah, right.
They've
right.
never been down in this area.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
she probably trying to allude that we bad people.
Exactly.
You don't notice that these guys is bad.
They're like, oh, well, we better listen to her, and then walk off or whatever. Because I didn't had that done to me when we first came on the block. A lady came to me and was like, y'all need to get away from this. I was like, hey, I'm finna listen. What you talking about?
Yeah.
I ain't listening. I don't know you. I'm finna listen to what I want to listen
I feel
to.
you.
So yeah,
Oh, and it was a woman too.
yeah, exactly.
Come on,
yeah.
man. Black, so
Black, so yep, exactly.
Black American woman.
Yep.
BAW, bro.
Yeah, because it ain't.
Bomb.
Because it's one of the things, man, when somebody tell you to do something and you interested in something, you ain't gonna be like, hey man, I'm interested in this. You may not be, but you can.
I'm not even gonna lie. I off the first thing, even if my mom is talking to me, I reject it off of GP. I initially reject everything she says.
Right.
Then I examine.
That's really how
men are supposed to be.
And that's how you gain knowledge anyway.
Yeah, men are supposed to be like that. You're really supposed to first not accept full-hearted. Supposed to reject it and examine.
Yeah.
Say, hold on, let me look at it. Let me check what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll respond and get to you. You don't just automatically
Who did that to his wife in the scriptures?
Oh, shoot. Abraham did it all the time.
But
Abraham, David.
Was it David?
David.
David ignored his wife whenever she. Yeah.
No, and he told.
He had to get the prophet.
He had to get the prophet. Yeah, because he came in there because the prophet told Bathsheba to go in there and talk to him, and then he say, "And after you talk, then I'm gonna come in," because he knew just off of her testimony they wasn't gonna do nothing.
And then peep what he did. The prophet came in and told him the same thing. He was like, "You're right."
And
he jumped on it. That's how it works, man. That's how it works.
That's how it works, bro.
That's how it works.
He reject, bro. If you read it, it's so cold.
Oh yeah,
because she literally said the same thing. He literally rejected it off of his general principle. Just like you don't know what you're talking about. Then Nathan came in like,
my Lord, this is what.
See, your son Solomon needs to be the heir. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He is the one that the Lord did say that we shall sit on the throne.
Yes, right. And that's how it works, man. Hey, even Abraham and Yahweh had to tell him.
Yahweh had to say,
because she was like, hey, no, you ain't, because see, I mean, you understand where Abraham was coming from. That was his son right there, right? And he gonna be like, hey, man, no, I hear what you saying, but I can't do that. Hearken unto thy wife, Abraham.
Yeah.
In that situation, he had to, Most High told him, man, it's like, no, it's not for him. It's for your son.
Don't worry, I'll make of him a great nation.
Yeah.
Make of Ishmael a great nation.
So it works like that, man. It's just not like, brother just gonna take heed to what a sister gonna say right off the rip.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and you don't know this wonderful matter, man.
You don't know her, you don't know her from Judah.
Yeah.
I don't know her from Judah.
Right.
Man, I don't know which one of your three, one of the sons of Judah you came out of, but I don't know you from them.
That's horrible, man.
That's very bad, man. Hey, that's why it's trippy how the scriptures are, because when you go into the gospel and into the prophecies, there are certain aspects of the scripture that deal with women that are against us. Throughout the Old Testament, like in Micah 7, like she is my enemy.
Yeah. And so you can see that kind of follow all the way into the New Testament when Mary Magdalene came back and told the brothers that Yahawashi had risen. And and it's like, we ain't trying to be you, man. And see, now that kind of ticked off Yahawashi though, because thou believest not. They kind of ticked him off.
Yeah, well, the reason why, because of what he said prior to him dying. Remember? He already had told him that he was going to rise from the dead.
Right.
So he got ticked him off, not because he didn't speak to her.
Yeah, right. Well, see, she brought the report that he had been risen. They were like, they won't believe. Well,
but they should have believed off of his word.
They should have believed off his word, and that ticked him off, man.
Because even when you go into the Samaritan woman, the men in the Samaritan didn't even believe her. They said, we got to hear from him ourselves.
Not because of thy report do we believe,
And that's really how men should be.
That's how it has to work.
Because think about it, even like this, the gospel, a woman cannot preach the gospel to a man.
They can't, man. They can't.
And stuff. The Most High is not going to activate that stuff. You could bring that person, whether it be your brother, your cousin, or whatever, and try and introduce them to your husband or brother in the faith.
That scenario which I just brought up about Yahawashi showed himself to a woman first.
Yeah.
That's what this pastor lady tried to use on me. About, that's why she can preach, because Yahawashi had showed himself to a woman first.
Boy, that's non-scripture.
I don't see an epistle of Mary Magdalene.
It is.
Unless y'all believe in that Dan Brown Somebody asked me about that last
Dan
week.
Brown, what is that?
What's it called? He did the
Yeah, it had that movie. I can't remember the name of that thing.
very popular back in the 90s. I forgot the name of it, man.
God dang.
Dan Brown. He did Angels and Demons.
Yeah, and it was
And then
something.
the other one that was very big that turned into a movie.
Where
they said that he had a son.
They on the other side of the street, the boys ain't had to leave. They did them? Oh, that's some more.
Might be some more, because they have a dude have a different
Oh, no, because that's just 4 of them right there. Hey, if they come over here, we're going to put them. Oh, they got a girl with
They
them,
got
too.
girls, yes.
Hey, if they come over here, man, shoot, we'll chop it up with them, too.
Yeah, and then they can both discuss how they talk to the same group. You talking to them, too?
Yeah.
Satan might come bust out the
Oh, they got
building right there.
Come out,
With a spatula.
she might run out that door with her
spatula.
with her hairnet.
Oh, they got a old school building with them in the front.
Oh, that's even better because he's probably teaching.
Yeah. I hope they do turn it now. They ain't going to turn this way.
They might be there. They out.
See, now he going that way.
We just come over here and be like, hey, y'all just had some of my buddies. That's him up over here.
It must be having some kind of conference or something.
Yeah. Because it's summertime, so they try to take these kids over here. Because I've done that type of stuff when I was younger.
Bro, we ought to get together one day and just hit up on them things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
I'm trying to think where we could, what we could do.
That's what me and I be talking about. Just
hit up
going to one of them Bible studies.
Man, it was one off of 1960.
We go to freak. What?
It might
It was one off of
Popo on it.
1960. They would always have a Bible. It'd be like a Bible class.
Yeah.
And they have it on the little thing, and it'll say like Mondays, Wednesdays, and all this stuff. I was like, man,
I'm down, bro.
They got one where my old tax office at. It's like a kind of big church, and it's all Hispanic.
Okay.
man, because
I don't know if they be speaking in English.
I watched one of them brothers on YouTube go up in there, man, and he they kicked that boy out 2 times, man. That boy was confounding that pastor though, bro. With the scriptures, man, he confounded him so bad, man. That boy's like, you need to get out of here, man. that boy was not arguing, man. The dude was getting all belligerent with him. He's like, you don't know that. He's like, oh, I'm not arguing with you, sir. He was just being real. He's like, but I'm reading in the scriptures.
I'm just trying to learn.
And then the dude was like, he's getting cut so bad. He said, man, you need to get out of here, man. I was like, oh.
Jake got frustrated quicker because he saw he'll let you go with an intellectual debate if you happen to come through on some recon, on some stealth type stuff in the Bible study. Mm-hmm. And if let's say he's maybe actually went to seminary school, he'll let you, and then as long as you cordial, you can get to the intellectual debate.
Yeah.
Esau.
He gonna always think he's gonna outgrade, outsmart you.
Yeah, that's why, because he's always gonna think he can be able to outsmart Jake. So you can have an intellectual debate with him, and then after a while, when you bring up them different scriptures, he's gonna be like, I guess we've had enough. I just want to wrap up this lesson that we have here. It was nice seeing you, sir.
He gonna do one of them pieces like Tariq with Tariq Nasheed and Schultz.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot, man. They gotta get out of Dodge, man, when it get too hot in that kitchen, man.
Ain't nobody they told no more.
They done put the thing up there. He showed right.
Yeah.
Well, them boys was up there tearing them feet up on that
thing. Them girls wearing sandals sometimes. Woo.
Not seeing it whatsoever.
Getting sliced.
God. Yeah, this Romans 11.
We about the parking meter.
Huh?
Just keep watching the parking meter.
Oh, okay.
See, them dudes that had to leave, man. Them girls just walking up and down the street.
Yeah, they just walking around.
Look, here comes some other.
Hey.
Look at the green over there.
Oh, hey.
They was here last week. They would have had problems with where it was going last week.
They coming this way? They coming this way?
They look like.
You know what it is, I think it's a church satellite group that maybe got different locations and they got a conference over here. Because they be doing that. Because I've been to one of those back when I was younger. And we had people from all over, affiliated churches from all over the country that came, and all the younger people went to like a certain city. We went to like a certain city, and all of us met each other.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're doing. See, so they parents. That shows you that their parents probably, because you got to think about it like this. Overall, we don't know all their nationalistic backgrounds. We don't know, but we know majority of them are going to be Esau.
Yeah.
But their parents, in a time in which globally Edomites are actually rejecting Christianity,
they are.
In general,
they are.
Their parents are still hoping for them to be impacted by The Bible.
By the Bible, yeah.
Now, whether or not that's now, obviously, the form that they're going to want is the Edomite supremacy version. Right. But some of them are actually probably looking for true change. Because you got to think about it. Now, I don't know. You know, the denominations are all messed up. They have all kind of beliefs.
Yeah.
But knowing what y'all know about your kids that are around their age.
Yeah.
And what they see in school, and what they're introduced to, compared to 20 years ago, it's completely different. So imagine you got kids like this, and their classmates are pushing and acting out wickedness. Right. And their parents are like, I don't want my kid to succumb to that alternative lifestyle craziness. So I'm going to send them out to something like this that could help them.
That's right.
Because what's starting to happen, if you start to look at the news, you're starting to see, like I subscribe to this Zero Hedge news piece all the time, so I'm always getting these articles. And what's been happening is that Edomites are getting, or in some of these articles, they're getting to a point where they're being embarrassed by the actions of their kids, and the morality that they supposedly had in the past is disintegrating. And they're becoming embarrassed by the actions that these kids are taking because, like the brother was saying, they're rejecting that Christianity type thing.
It was a veil for them.
Yeah, it was a veil for them.
It was a veil for them up until like the 60s, man.
Yep.
Up until like the 60s, the late 60s, it was a veil for them because everybody thought that this man was really like on some moral high ground, man. Yep. He believed the traditional family values that were based on the Bible. If you look at old magazine articles from back in the 50s, they literally have like how to be a wife, how to be a housewife. Like when your man is after a long day at work, it's good to have your kids cleaned up. Make sure to have their clothes nice, and when he gets in, make sure to greet their father. Make sure that you take off your husband's shoes and you ask him how his day been.
Hot meal.
Come on,
Hey man, that was the thing, man.
Now Islam went and said no, feminism.
Right.
And came to it with what's it called? What's this lady's name? Gloria Steinem.
Yeah.
Gloria Steinem, who was a college student, was a CIA operative. And then she got her money through a scholarship.
And then you have the offspring or that seed that's produced out of it, and then you produce another demon in the image of Amber Rose.
Yeah.
Who has mush for brains, man.
Yeah, my goodness, bro.
This lady is through, man.
Bro, that's all the way through. Yeah, that dude's 21 Savage is a demon, but man, I'm certain that Amber Rose is a higher demon, and that's saying something.
Man,
because if she's a higher demon than 21 Savage, she pushing all kinds of stuff on her son that she had with Wiz Khalifa. Man, he gonna be straight up looking like he gonna be out there looking like Magic Johnson son.
Man, she doing all this other stuff, man. Yeah, this other stuff around naked, man.
Walking around twerking in front of him.
Come on, man.
Coming down there.
Because they got waves of feminism. You have fourth wave feminism, which is basically what Amber Rose is doing.
Yeah.
Amber Rose is doing what's the next wave of feminism.
Yep. They're taking it to a higher level.
Yeah. Let her slut walk and
wave at them, let them come when they get back on the street, they might come back.
Yeah.
So no dude takes it.
Because man, this is the way that you have to relay this gospel, man, because other people relaying it in the wrong way, which is why the scriptures say evil shall be spoken.
Right, exactly.
And see, you have a lot of these people, and they don't give brothers a chance, man. Like brothers saying, man, they just see us all as one and be like, man, look, get away from them dudes. Them dudes is wicked.
Yep. I seen IUIC deep off of Travis. You saw
them boys are thick over there, bro.
Yeah, them boys deep. Them boys deep, like 25 to 30 deep.
Them boys, and that boy got that bullhorn on.
They was over there by the train station over there off of Travis.
That's usually they'll hit from over that train station, then they'll come over here on the other end.
Yeah, bro, they have like multiple camps. They have like 3 camps.
Yeah,
they have like 3 different camps deep.
Them boys thick, man. And it ain't about numbers, brothers, because man, shoot, you can have a deep crew and you being alive, man.
It is not hey, get that. What's that in the Sirach? Is there not a multitude of
what?
Of children? A multitude of like bad children?
Yeah,
forgot what it was.
Because that whole thing is you know, they push law, and there's no gospel with it. They don't adhere to the doctrine of Yahawashi. And see, when you knock the doctrine of Yahawashi and adhere to the law, man, there's no covering for you. Sins are still open, right? You know, so just because you have a multitude of people together doesn't necessarily mean they have the truth. Right. You just have a whole bunch of, like we were saying earlier, like proselytes, just bringing people into the law.
That's right.
Man, I'm really upset about that lady doing that, man.
That was messed up.
That's kind of messing with me a little bit, man.
I almost wanted to say something to her, but I was like, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing, man.
She heard her saying stuff.
Well, actually, yeah, I already let her know she Eve is Satan. Because see, when you go into, it's so heavy. I was talking about this with the aunt earlier this week. What's so heavy about it is when you go into like on the left hand side, the influence of our women that are rebellious. It's actually a higher influence than the man on the left that are rebellious in our nation. Yeah. It's actually higher. And the reason why is because when you really examine it in the garden, Satan introduced Eve to all the wickedness.
Yep. Yep.
And then she gave it to Adam.
Yep, that's right.
So she is actually the primary teacher of wickedness.
That's right.
And rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
She literally gives the blueprint even to her kids when she's not in a proper home setting and she does not believe in this. She literally gives the blueprint on how to rebel against the Most High. That's why you see a lot of our kids that come out of a single parent home. Right. We got to go there. And brothers and sisters that grew up in that, you have to be honest with yourself and say that was not ultimately the righteous and right way to raise kids.
Because who's teaching the kids? When the father's out working, who's teaching the kids? Mm-hmm. The woman's teaching the kids.
And where's she getting her information from?
Come on, man.
She getting it from the serpent.
Come on, man. And see, if there's no hedge with that man being in the order of Yahweh, that a God-fearing man, believing in Yahawashi, not over their family, bro. It's through, man.
That's why I was, I didn't have time because I had to re-render, but I was going to do a lesson on Joe Jackson, man. Which I'll
did you hear that crazy stuff, man? Who was it? Was it you, Ox, that told me that? He said something about Joe Jackson in heaven or something.
And Michael was going to be upset.
Yeah, somebody say Joe Jackson, they had a little meme. Joe Jackson just got arrested. Said breaking news: Joe Jackson just got arrested because he tried to get in heaven with a belt to go whip Mike Jackson or something like that.
I was like, man,
hold on, bro.
I was like, these guys, boy.
Come on, man.
They be off chain with this stuff.
Let me get this right quick for Joe. This is Sirach 7:23. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth. Yep. Meaning be on their butt.
That's right.
From when they young. And that's what he did, man.
Yep.
That's what he did.
Look at the time they grew up in. Man, Mike and Randy and all them boys could have been on the corner, bro.
We said it last week. Were you talking about it? That if he didn't,
he would have been something. Was it last week?
Gangbangers. Which is crazy. We was talking about because he just died.
Yeah.
Last week we was just talking about Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
And I said, man, if them boys didn't have them boys would have been straight gangsters.
Yeah. They've been out there in the
They
time.
would have been, and he was on CNN in an interview on, I don't know if it was Larry King or Pierce Morgan had interviewed him, and he said, "You don't understand. I had to be on my sons like that because if not, they would have been getting into all them gangs."
Come on, man.
Come on. And I just said that, huh?
Right.
Last week, and I saw the freaking interview. They showed it. I saw a clip of it on Instagram.
That brother
about why he was again. Sirach 7:23. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
Right.
Come on, man.
Meaning put work on them, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Something, activity. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
In this society, you can't even really do. See, that's why they mess up a lot of stuff. Because see, under an ancient world, a brother like you have, this brother had multiple businesses. his son wouldn't have, under the ancient world, your sons would have been learning under you from a young age.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You would have been able to give them tasks. By the time they was 20, you could be like,
Them boys, hey, I'm pulling back. It's on y'all now.
It's on y'all.
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yep.
I'm going to pull back, go ahead and get your 50 shekels so you can get you a woman, right?
Yep.
And go ahead and build up your house. Y'all sons, y'all can go ahead and take this. If y'all need wisdom and instruction in the business, I'm going to help y'all out.
Yep.
But this is all y'all's. This whole enterprise that I set up, we can't do that because why? Your kid got to go to school and learn
right.
from learn from Satan.
Right.
Your kid got to go and learn from Satan for 8 hours out the day instead of learning from you.
And the thing is too, like I asked one of my partners, man, he has his business going right now. And I asked him, I say, man, you gonna teach your boys the game? And he say, if they want to learn, bruh, that ain't an option.
Come on, Al.
That's right.
Bruh, teach your kid the game, so even if, I don't care if he decides not to do it, he gonna know if he fall on his butt how to do the game.
That's right.
Exactly.
And that way he can keep the business going, man.
Exactly.
I was up there, man, when he said that, I said, man, come
Jake
on,
don't
man.
think about the next generation, man.
He don't, bro.
Jake don't think about the next generation, man. I was thinking about that the other day, bro. Just yesterday, I was just driving, and I was like, damn, Jake don't think about the next generation for nothing. The information that our parents, of course, they got some bad information. So ultimately, we can't fully, we have to have sympathy in that. But the information that ultimately most of the generation of our parents gave to us, there is none of that stuff is actually going to help us survive at all, bro.
Right.
Like most of that is not going to help us survive if we have to be here another generation.
Man, it ain't, bro.
So that's why we know it's the end.
That's right, bro.
It's the end. It's just through. I was talking to this one about she moved back from San Francisco, and she even said herself that she knows that the end is coming in our lifetime. She's like about 24, 25 years old, and she's like, you know what? I just know that it's done. I just know. She said there's no way society can continue the way it is, and it's not. She said it's going to be gone in our lifetime. She said she already knows. There's no way.
You saw that?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
She wants attention. She wanted us to be like, oh, what? No, listen, we ain't. Do what you got to do with Mr. Biggs. What's the name from the?
He looked Hispanic though, but I don't know.
He was Hispanic. I thought it was all
She was hoping.
Nah, he looked like
She was hoping. She looked back though.
Yeah.
She was hoping that we'd be upset.
He snatched. She was standing there looking at the sign the whole time. Then he turned her around. And she turned
That stuff
around
is
again.
increased, man. That stuff is increased, but hey, when you're the most hated man, when you're the most hated man on the planet, and people can see that there is no
It's a lot
hope
been
for
pushed,
us.
it's been pushed on TV tough lately too.
Yeah.
Just talking about that Occupy, how the interracial thing on TV.
Yeah.
Been pushed like all the commercials.
It is, bro. All the commercials.
See, I don't have
Yeah.
TV, but based on what I see, there has to be something going on from a marketing standpoint that's pushing this.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the number one with the joint that Kerry Washington's on.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Scandal
yeah.
actually pushed a lot of girls, a lot of women to consider and try and get out there.
And the thing was, with that scandal, you
Think
look
they
at
can
it.
be a good hoe.
It'd be a good hoe and get you an Edomite in a position of power.
Yes, you got to be the side chick.
Even if you got to be the side chick.
And to peep this, what's crazy about it, and I seen it from some people breaking down Scandal that were against it, such as men, Jake men, right? In the show, she actually had a love interest that was perfect for her.
That brother.
And she didn't even want it.
She didn't even want it. Yeah.
And mind you, this show is written by so-called a BAW.
Yeah. Chandra Rhimes, man, as wicked as you can get, bro.
And even in her writing, she shows you that she's letting you know it's better for you to be second flight to a powerful Edomite man than to be with a Jake that's on point. That's what they're showing in that. And women love that show. They had watching parties every Thursday.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at the plantation, man, that's what them girls are talking about. Girl, you gonna come to the watch party with us? Yeah, it's gonna be over at Keisha's house.
And it just wasn't that president. She was over there messing with the other Edomite dude.
Yeah.
He was a powerful dude.
But she's a strong character. I like her. She get things done.
Nothing strong about it.
Nothing strong about a wickedness in the top degree, bro. See, man, see, that's how. This is the subtleties of Satan right here.
I'm telling you,
when he gets into the minds of individuals, because see, when they got your mind encapsulated by these programs, they are programming your thought process, and you up here thinking, yep, and you up here thinking, man, that's a good show, but your mind is being changed.
Yeah, they're putting.
So now
they're putting literal apps in your head every time.
So now you will see a decent brother with that has his stuff on straight, speaking of the Lord, and then you like, nah, I don't want that. Go ahead and get this Edomite over here who likes Christmas.
Yeah, because there's two types of men they want. They either want Esau, who could be completely nerdy, uncool, unwhatever, no swag, or they want the opposite. They want the freaking dangerous Jake. There's no balance with it. Meaning, what they'll accept from Esau, they won't accept from you.
Right.
You say that's why a lot of you Jakes out there that's struggling to find a woman, I'm like, bro, if you're in this truth, you're gonna struggle even harder. Because now you gotta have her adhere to all this stuff. Boy, good luck.
Hey, good luck.
Good luck, man. If you find a sister like that.
Hey, man.
You find one, hold on to her.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Because if a sister can grab hold of this, you better grab hold of her. Right. Man, it's a rarity.
It's a rarity, bro.
To find, because see, it's a rarity to find brothers in this thing, man.
Exactly. Right.
So even much more so with a sister, bro.
Exactly. It's even going to be a little bit more rare for a sister. Because a brother has to actually believe on point. A woman can believe in her husband and follow what he says, and that's counted to her for righteousness.
Oh, man, bro. That's
just
right.
by her submitting to a godly man.
Just by her submitting to a godly man.
Because if he's like, listen, I don't want to eat, we're not eating pork in this house.
Right.
Okay, she'll just start eating pork.
She'll start. Hey, this is so true. That man can turn that woman to whichever way she wants, man. That's just how
she respect him that much. I'm telling you, man.
Right.
She will literally be like, and then when her family asks her, "Why you eating pork?" My husband said it's it's dirty. Pigs be eating anything. They're just eating humans. She just regurgitating what you saying. That's all.
That's all she doing. And then when you get to it, because that's like for me, man. Shoot, in my situation, my wife was she was into that Christianity. Had the crosses and everything. I said, hey, man, you know what? Crosses ain't what's up.
Got rid of it.
Hey, out of the house, bro.
Yep.
It took, I pressed it on her. And I say, man, look here. It ain't good, man. You have to get that stuff up out of here. Granted, I was coming into that spot, but hey, still, she got rid of it, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how it works, man.
The image of a godly Jake, man, that's like freaking worse. That's like the worst image on the planet.
It is, bro.
That is the worst image on the planet. It's someone who believes that has faith in Yahawashi, man.
They fear them.
That's why it says in Scripture, the offscouring of the world.
Yeah. Fear them type of men.
Yep, that's right, bro.
Because the thing about it, that type of man, you can't be like, oh, well, look, you selling drugs.
Well, Yahawashi said they're gonna put.
You ain't taking care of your kids.
They're gonna put them type of men in prison. You can't put nothing on a man that's adhering to this because he's just too on point. Well, Yahawashi said they're gonna put some of us in prison because of this truth, man.
Hey, all that woman gonna be able to do is say, why you ain't put your socks in a hamper?
Yeah.
They gonna
have to find something.
It's gonna be something obscure. But as far as behavior and how to operate in this thing, man, they ain't gonna be. Because man, look, we ain't gonna try to go out and hit a lick. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to
extort people.
Yeah, extort
a lot of stuff.
Hey man, let's go ahead and hit this dope run real quick. Yeah, godly men ain't trying to do that, man. Yeah. Man, we got a conscience in our heart and our minds, man. We like, man, that's the fear of the Most High that's on us. To say, man, look, I ain't about to do that, man.
Yeah, if you do something like that, you ain't got no fear.
Yep. So man, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, man, to brothers, to sisters out there, man, like.
Hey, I tell you, if sisters believe in this, it's gonna be easy for y'all to find a husband.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brothers that believe and that's ready to,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Where you from?
I'm from East Africa.
East Africa? Oh, okay.
Where from? Which country?
Burundi.
Okay.
I've lived in about 10 countries in Africa.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Burundi. It's over there. Hey, I know where it is.
Where?
It's over there. It's not too far from Kenya. It's like It's not too far from Kenya.
We are all East Africans as one. Kenya, Burundi, Tanzania.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Burundi. They speak Swahili.
East Africa will speak Swahili.
Yeah. With Tanzania,
Yeah.
more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because if you want to notice speak the pure Swahili, you go in certain countries that they really have some.
Purest is Tanzania.
Tanzania, yeah.
Then those countries
Tanzania.
neighboring Tanzania will follow suit, but Tanzania becomes like purest.
Yeah. We have a lot of, we're preaching the gospel to of basically the gospel, the end time, everlasting salvation to our people, those that will believe, and a lot of our people in that area are Israelites. Tanzania, Burundi.
Black people normally we are Israelites.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get lied to with some other religions.
Yeah, that's what.
And we get lost.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
You got it, man.
Yeah, that area has a very rich history in the Middle Ages, like before colonialism.
Yeah.
Very rich history.
Yeah. Normally, Africa is a cradle of civilization where all humankind started from. That's not biblically, scientifically. So every human being starts from Africa, then it spread. So which
I
means
like they said that.
there's no any human without an Africa.
I like that you said that.
He made a distinction.
But again, every human being is a relative to a black person.
That's correct.
Because that's where the root is.
Come
So
on.
a pure black person, I'm sorry, maybe I'm talking too much.
No.
What you're saying
A real
is,
black person should never be a racist, actually. Because every human being comes from his root. So they spread. Therefore, that's the offspring of a black person. So like here in America, they say, or maybe Western countries, they say, not all the Western countries, but some people say
Right.
that a black person is a third degree person, but a third level or third class, let's say.
yeah,
Third class, like
Third class.
Third class citizen.
second class. So
Yeah.
third class, like almost nonsense, nothing. But if you dig deeper, you find that actually a black person is a first class because there is no any human being without a black person. So, which means a black person should be actually respected. Right?
what you're saying is very right.
Yeah.
Because even according to the Bible, the set of people that would classify as what you would say a third class in this current generation we're in is actually the same people that are primary, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Meaning that they're actually the first level people.
Yeah.
So you're all right.
But if I tell you that you're not first class, then in your mind you take yourself like a third class person, then you pull yourself down. Then as a result you get lost. So you don't have that pride, knowing that you're the first.
There you go.
But being the first doesn't make you to be proud, to be arrogant against other people. Because God created everybody, and God wants everybody to flourish.
But what you're saying, though, is that the people that are first among the people, which you say are classified as so-called black, should be the best examples to everybody else that came after them, right?
Yes. So we should be full of love, not hating others. Actually, if we get hated, we should demonstrate to other people love, so that other people learn that we are love, actually.
Okay.
But this is what we are living in.
Okay, now listen. I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
If you agree that so-called black people are not ruling the world, right?
And not ruling the world.
Well, yeah. Do you believe that the people that rule the world set an example to what the rest of the world follows?
They will set an example to what?
You said the world is full of what? Hate, right?
Yeah. Especially religious hate.
Okay. Okay, but all forms of hate, whether they're religious or race related, who on the world controls that?
It's evil. Because evil, Satan is the one who causes us to
set the standard. Who set the standard for the standard of it?
The one who set the standard is Satan. Because Satan was cast from heaven to the earth, and from there the earth was like cast.
Okay.
That's why we have hatred. That's why we kill each other.
What people set forth what people set forth that hatred. Because we can talk about Satan. We understand Satan is real.
Right.
But Satan also deals with people.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah.
So who is the people?
God deals with people and Satan deals with people.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Correct. Now who is the people that are implementing hatred?
Okay, can I respond to that? I can respond to that, but okay, who's the people setting the hatred?
Right.
To me, I don't have to respond the way you want.
Oh no, however, just
However you
to me.
Like who's the main people? Because we agree that all people hate.
listen.
But who's the main people? We need one.
I'll say that.
Okay.
Don't worry. To me, Satan is the one that causes everything. Okay. Then you say Satan deals with people, like God deals with people. That's why Satan is there to mislead us. Actually,
Correct.
Satan comes through people, through mosquitoes, through flies.
Okay.
Then you communicate with us, then you get lost.
Okay.
But to me, the humankind that is evil today is.
Come on, say it, man.
Hey,
It's in you.
So if I was to ask you today,
Who knows, man?
who's ruling this
The
world?
world. Who's ruling the world is evil, is Satan.
I know. So
Which set of people?
but does okay?
Because he had the answers in you.
It's a particular set of people. Because like when you say it's kind of like in a household.
The Bible
Let's just say hypothetically, if you have a man, the man is the head of the house, right?
Yeah.
And he sets the standard for everybody else within that house. If the man is wicked, more than likely the woman's gonna be wicked and the kids are gonna be wicked.
No.
You don't believe?
If he's teaching wickedness.
If he's teaching wickedness in that household, then he's setting that standard of wickedness inside
He
that
may be
household.
setting up a bad example, but it doesn't mind that if the man is evil, then the wife will
Well, not the best example. Yeah, that right. Yeah.
No.
You
You
can take
had
that.
to.
Yeah,
you
you
may
can.
be evil, but your children become good.
No,
Okay.
but listen.
But-
you had to answer in it.
Yeah.
You had the answer inside
There's a
of you.
word this gentleman said. Did you say about the Bible?
I said the Bible states in Job that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
So who is that? Who is that?
To the hands of wicked.
No, but he had the answer.